All right, 13. We're going to do this in steps. The first step is always the top. Can I multiply them? Well, they're done, right? Because there's not another U and there's not another V. So that's done. Okay? So I've got UV cubed right away. That was easy, right? But now I want to take U cubed and U and multiply those. So when we multiply powers with the same base, right, we add, very good, add the exponents. So we have to remember that there's a 1 here. That's the only trick. So 1 plus 3. Yeah, we're back to second grade. 1 plus 3?
4.
4, yeah. See? I knew you had it in you. And then 2 plus negative 4. Okay, now we just stepped up into the 7th grade realm.
Negative 2.
Negative 2. Okay? So v to the negative 2. Okay? Now we're going to do the bottom to the top. Right? First it's just the top. Then it's just the bottom. Right? And then we do the bottom to the top. Now when we divide powers with the same base, we subtract. We subtract exponents. Am I recording? I hope. Yeah. Okay. So, now, here's what I do differently than a lot of people. I take the lowest number and subtract it from the highest. Why do I do that? Anyone?
What is that?
Someone. Why do I take the lowest number from the highest number? Because I end up with 99% of the time a positive. Right? Okay? Which is really important. So, in this case, the book would show you take 4 from 1 and get a negative 3, right? And then you have to move it back down below. There's a lot of steps. I like to just look at it as take the 1 from the 4 and keep it where the bigger number is. What's 4 minus 1?
3.
3. All right? And I just keep it down where the 4 is. I just keep it down there. The bigger number wins. Does that make sense? The bigger number always wins. Okay? So, in this case, which is bigger, 3 or negative 2?
3.
Yeah. So, what is 3 minus a negative 2?
1.
No. 3 minus a negative 2. 5. Right? This is plus, right? Okay? So that's the thing you have to be careful with. Now, you could move this up and make this a v cubed times v squared, right? Which are just adding these two, right? Same thing, you're going to end up with v to the 5. Does that make sense? Okay? Now, I'm going to move this up here because I'm running out of space. So v to the 5 over u cubed squared, and now I'm going to erase this little handy dandy mentioning tool, and I'm going to go back to, let's say, brown, and now I do a power of a power. And what's the rules of a power of a power, right? And it's pretty simple. We multiply, right? So when we multiply, we add. When we divide, we subtract. And when we take a power of it, we multiply. Why, you might ask? Why do we multiply? And it's really very simple. If I have this squared, then it would be v times v. V to the 5th times v to the 5th, which you would add them, right? And you would get v to the 10. But as you went from kindergarten to 1st grade, you went from adding the 10s, or adding the 5s to get 10s, to multiplying, right? So you learned how to multiply and say, oh, if I have 2 of them, I can just say 2 times 5, right? 2 times 5 is 10. And that's it. That's all this is, okay? So, and then 2 times 3. And there's your answer. Okay? So again, we're just doing all this high school, college level math. Takes all the stuff you learned from kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade, 7th grade, and it puts it all in one. Okay? Alright, next one. So again, I want to multiply first. If I can, I want to multiply first. So I see I can multiply, yeah? Alright, so this I'm going to go this way with, because there's not a lot of room right here. So I'm going to go here, and I'll say, well, this is done. Okay, a to the negative 2, b to the negative 1, c to the 3. But what's 4 times 2? Okay. And what's the a cubed a4?
A6.
3 and 4? 7. Right? So this is a 3, this is a 4, and that's a 7. B4 and no B. B4. C negative 3, C3. No C. C0, right? 0 C's, I don't have to write it. Say no more. Move on. Okay? Now, no numbers to divide, so I'm good. Keep the 8. Negative 2 from 7. 7 minus a minus 2, because negative 2 is smaller than 7. So 7 minus a minus 2. 9. Keep it where the big number is. The B. 4 minus a minus 1. 5. And then the C, well, there is no C down here, so the C stays up here. And we're done. Okay? The last one, see how they're getting easier? This one was harder, a little easier. And this one doesn't have any multiplication. It's just do the math, right? So, again, does 4 go into 2?
Yeah.
How many times?
Does 4 go into 2?
Yeah. 4 divided by 2. Twice. 2 times a day. Right? Okay? So then,
Okay, I was just waiting.
I don't have a P up here, so this P stays down here. Okay? Now, we'll worry about the negative later. Okay? And then the Q, which one's lower, 1 or negative 2?
1. Wait, which one's
Okay. Which one's lower?
Negative 2.
Yeah, it's a trick question, right? 2 is actually bigger than 1, but negative 2 is actually lower, right? So what's 1 minus a minus 2?
Minus 1.
So we already figured out that it's staying up here. And 1 minus a minus 2 again is 3. Because we're adding them. All right, and then what's lower, 2 or negative 1?
2 and 4. Right?
What's lower, 2 or negative 1?
1. That's only 3.
Yeah, so 2 minus a minus 1
3.
is 3. Okay? Now, here's the thing. This can be moved up here. Right? That's the rule. I can take a negative and put it up and make it positive, or I can put it down and make it positive. If it was negative up here, I take it down here and make it positive. If it's negative down here, I put it up here and make it positive. So now I have 2p squared q3 r3, and we're done. Say no more.
You know 4 can't go into, or yeah, 4 can't go into 2.
That's why I repeated it.
You said how many times
4
is
going
4
to 2?
Oh, well, that would be a half.
That's why I
Yeah.
repeated it.
Sorry about that.